Good morning, traders. Welcome back to another session as the open is upon us. So IO is our main watch. Looks like it's gonna be one with that's gonna trade with a lot of volume, right? So big push right there. Let's see what it does. It looks interesting here, man. A lot of volume moving through. We'll see what this one is capable of doing. So far, it looks like it's off to a strong start. I hope that the audio is fixed. I know for most people it's been playing through one side, or actually everyone has been playing through one side, but it's most notable when you're using earplugs or headphones. So hopefully the audio issue is fixed. I've been playing around in the settings earlier this morning, so I'm hoping that issue has been resolved. So this is a gap and go trade that's working out exceptionally well, right? So the first minute of the day for the break of the pre-market highs at 346. Look at that move all the way to 410. Nice stuff, but I will say the one thing that I don't like so far is the amount of volume moving through it. A lot of volume here. Time and sales moving very quickly. And as you guys know from the last couple of videos, and even before then, I usually don't do as well on the ones that has a higher volume. Now, that's not to say that I'm not profitable on them, but it's a bit harder to sometimes read the time and sales, which is this instrument here, as well as the level 2. But let's zoom in a bit. All right. 416, a lot of room on this one to the 200 moving average up there around 580 or so. 570, 580. So if it really opens up, it can definitely do well. IZEA from yesterday, continuation. Oh no, this one had sold off, so not gonna really look into that one. GNUS, bit disappointing there with the secondary offering. Really crazy stuff there, man. Usually you'll see the secondary offerings like midday, but not so earlier on in pre-market. But we do see it from time to time. So IO, first 1 minute pullback over 407. IO. Well, see how my E-Trade charting is misleading. Look at this right here. So it's telling me the high right here is 416 and 408, right? So when we switch over to Ameritrade, the high there is in fact 418. So when you're trading with E-Trade Pro alone, this is something you'll never notice. And it kills me, man. It kills me to see, the charting lagging like that. So here we go. We refreshed it and it's updated. So had I been using E-Trade Pro, I would have been looking at 407 for an entry, which in actuality, 407 is just me buying in a random spot, right? So, and back in the days when I used to use E-Trade, right, when I was in that $14,000 account, I had my biggest loss because of that same issue. But at the time, I didn't realize. So, I had looked back at the stock a couple days later. I'm like, why did I buy so early when that wasn't the first 1 minute candle to make the new high? But, at the time, the information that I was getting was false information. But 418, high of day break. Let's see, so 96. This one, I'm not going to use big sizing on. Let's go up to like 800 shares, maybe 1,000 shares. All right. Let's pull up the chat room on the other side. So high of day break there at 1718. This stock is really strong, so we do want to pay attention here. And at 19 for the breakout. Not getting the rip over 25 as we had a couple of 4,000 share sellers. Took the entry there because we saw that 18,000 share buyer come in, but it didn't work out as well as I thought it would have. So break of 25 right there. Let's see. Possible rip up to 35, 40. With all the volume, man, it's not going to be easy. It's definitely not going to be easy. So and again, that trade right there came in the 3rd minute. If you guys want me to put up the price bubbles up here, just let me know in the comments below. Actually, I think I'll put it up for right now, so we can see exactly where those entries came. Price. Let's pull it over here. Show trades, isn't it? Show trades. I think it is show trades, but it's not showing. Nah, that wasn't it. TVTY, right? Hitting the gap scanner right now. Or the hive day scanner, I should say. Entry for IO. I kind of want to see a 5-minute pullback, if I'm going to be honest, below 4. Okay, so far we're kind of seeing that, right? So in this case, the entry will be 415, right? If we can get the first 5-minute candle to make the new high. So someone was asking if I use the 5-minute chart. So TTPH hitting the scans. TTPH red to green move over 420 right here. I'm not gonna catch it, am I? No, I'm not. A bit late to the party. Let's look and see if we can find an entry here though. TTPH. To be honest, looks like one that I can use sizing on. Man, I wish I was here 2 seconds earlier. I would have been in that trade. This charting looks really good, so you know at that point it was just a matter of buying in for the breakout. Look at that move. Jeez, man. If I had gotten in at like 25, it would have been borderline chasing, right? Which I don't like to do. So, oh man, what an opportunity. So that one slipped right through our fingers right there. TTPH. You know, from 20 to 52, not bad. Not bad at all. You know, on a nice 1,800 shares, wouldn't have been bad. And you know what? It was hitting the scans, but I think I was typing in the chat right there for IO and I missed it. But that's okay. That's all right. So recent. I'll switch back to IO. So that'll resume in 5 minutes. We'll pull up the halt scanner just now to see exactly what time. But right now, IO is coming back up. And again, IO, first 5-minute candle to make the new high over 415. I'll be watching. So Will buying into that halt right there. Hopefully it opens higher, you know, so we can see some profits there in the chat room. I don't usually buy into the halts. I'll trade it on resumption. I'll trade the halt setup with probably 900 shares once it resumes. So watching 15 right here, the new candle is about to open up. We have about a minute to resumption here. A lot of sellers at 10. Can we break 10? And seeing that drop back to 4, not really liking that as much. 97. Well, we got 1,700 shares. Let's come down in size a bit. Almost forgot. It's going to take 1,200 shares. Going to watch for a move over 415. If we don't reject, it'll be a good trade. Good support coming in down there at 4. Can we hold these levels? Over 10. Are we going to get that break? Possible add over 10. We don't want to see it going back below 4 though. That's the only thing right here. Alright, came out quickly there. But over 10 it looks good. I kind of got in there a little too early. We had those sellers stacked up at 10. Right, I didn't want to get a late fill, which is why I bought so soon. But watching it right here, still for a move over 410 for the entry at 415. A lot of volume moving through. We definitely got to be careful. We can't be sloppy getting in too early. Right, we got to be careful here. So watching for the move over 10 at 411 is where we want to be buying. Right, and we can possibly add at 15 if it really opens up. So here we go again. Support coming in down at 4 once more. So we're going to hold off this time. Really wait for it to break 410. Let's see any big sellers after that. Not that I can see. Are we going to sell off here? I hope not. But the low of the pullback is 85. Can we hold 85? My target is 320. But I'll scale out as it moves. So those guys in the chat talking about TTPH. Again, 2 seconds earlier and I would have got that trade. 2 seconds. You know, sometimes it's just a matter of seconds. Had I typed it in a bit faster maybe, or I saw it a bit sooner. You know, those are the kinds of things that can, you know, that makes the difference. So you definitely got to be quick. The analysis was quick. I saw the daily chart. I saw the 5-minute chart. The pre-market highs was at 220, but you know I just wasn't in time. So we're bouncing off the VWAP as you guys can see right here. So will we be able to retake 410? First 1-minute candle to make the new high 401, and I missed that trade. I think. Let's see. Did I miss it? I want to give it a sec to make sure it's not a false breakout. It really came up there quick. Not seeing the profits there. Came out a bit early. I feel like I botched these trades right here. 29 is high of day, so we can still watch it, but it's struggling right here. 24 entry for high of day. Seeing 35. Scalping small size. Not bad. Do we get back in again if it comes up? And TTPH has resumed, by the way. I kind of forgot about this one. I think there's a lot of potential on it. 60,000 shares, $52. What did I click on? I just messed up one of my chartings. Look at that seller at 62. Jeez. Here we go. This one, we can watch it at over 62, but will we see the move, right? Will we see a break of 62? It's holding up. It hasn't sold off, which is why I'm even watching it. It's still, usually when there's a seller of that size, they'll sell off immediately. Like sell off as in going back down to $2. It's holding its levels, so we want to watch it to see if it's going to attempt to break 62. So far it's holding up, which is very important, which is very good. So 44. Will we hold up or will we sell off right here? TTPH. 50. We broke that seller. Let's give it a sec. I think the person averaged down with their position. Very strong looking stock right here. Looks good. Second wave of green. So struggling a bit. Gonna look to get back in 62. So a good trade right there. This thing is definitely strong. Reading the tape. Not getting time to really call him out in the chat room as it's moving a bit quick right here. High of 75. Looking for that push, being aggressive. We got a good buyer, 72. We didn't break that seller, so I probably sold it too early, but it looked like it was for a second. Yeah. You know, I kind of hate when they come back down a bit before they go. It happens a lot, though. So I missed out on a good 15 cents right there, thinking it was going to break below 70. And look at this buyer at 90. So this is a buying opportunity, as I'm not hovering the buy button, though. Break of 3 looks good if we can hold 90 right here. Jeez, but we got to be careful, though. We don't want to see a harsh rejection because we can lose a lot of cents. Only up $100 on it. Definitely got to be careful. Can we hold 90? I know the charting is a bit out of frame. No, we cannot. So it's dropping to 80. Interesting, man. Interesting stuff. It's very strong looking. Watching for a break of 3 right here. Smaller sizing. Not going to go too big on sizing. I think it is a bit risky, but it looks good. So I want to take the trade. High filled though at 5. Buyer down at 3. I can add over 10. Average cost of 7. Good support at 16. Not trading it as well as I could be. I'm definitely not, but profits nonetheless. Very strong stock, man. Very strong stock. And good analysis reading that it hadn't sold off down at 62 to keep watching it, right? Very strong stock. Reduce size a bit. We could take over 30 as well, but it's getting extended, so we can't forget. Well, yeah, we should wait for the pullback. So TTPH looking strong. Watching for a pull back. Had I been using more sizing, of course, I could have been doing better, but I kind of want to keep it low risk at the beginning of this account. I don't want to take too much risk at the start of this account and do something crazy, right? If a stock really goes against me. A dip buy right here is actually not looking bad at 3, but it looks like it's already bouncing a bit. So let's see. We can look for a dip buy right here, small size. Just 1,000 shares. If it comes down to 3 exactly and really holds those levels, if we see more buyers, we could do a dip buy. Seller at 20 as well as 25. 74,000 shares, seller 25. So maybe over 25, and I've been getting some really good fills on this one. Can we break 25? It hasn't really shown that it'll do a big drop, so I'm kind of trusting it, even though it's, it didn't really give that red candle. So there's a big drop. A bit of a 19-cent drop. So it has to pull back. It has to pull back here. It's very extended. So Will locked in $1,600 there in the sim. Very good stuff. So into the halt, I'm guessing he probably held the position a bit. Also probably noticing it wasn't selling off. And so being able to capitalize as it was coming back up. $285. Man. If it consolidates below 3, maybe over 3 again can be another entry. But I'll have to see how it looks before I would consider taking that trade. So seller there, 85. Getting bought up. A lot of buyers right there, 85. 77. It's still up 100%, even though it's pulling back, right? So realistically, the VWAP is at 67. That's where it can pull back to. Yep. So Will, this is exactly why I love having Will in here, man. Will is just on it. So right before I hit enter, he's already saying where the VWAP is as well, right? Where that's the possible support that we might see. I kind of want to take a starter position down here, even though this is not what I usually do, right? Let's see how well it holds these levels. Probably just 500 shares, risk about 10 cents. Looks like it's already bouncing though. So first 1 minute candle to make the new high will be 86. On a bit of a bear flag, but you know the support is right there, so just wanted to watch at those levels. I mentioned back over 3. So let's see, 94 is a level to watch. Can we hold 68? Can we hold the lows? Can we hold the lows right here? $58, $57. I mean, still up 86%. So you know, even though it's on a massive pullback, if we can find a bottom pretty soon, right, and it's pulling back to the low of this candle here. So technically, you know, it's kind of flagging, but we'll see if it keeps going lower. Of course, it's not going to be too good because 330 was the high. You know, it's all down about $1 per share here. So let's see if we can get a bounce. We want to see a bit of a V-shaped recovery if possible. If not, then it's probably finished. But very strong move in stock indeed. Very strong stuff right there. We definitely could have done better on it had we been using bigger sizing or being a tad bit more aggressive. Again, we did miss the first trade. So with me, I usually need to capture that first trade before, you know, being very aggressive, because now, you know, I'm in on that good trade. I'm up on some good profits. Now I have more leeway to be, you know, to be a bit more aggressive. VUZI hitting the scans. Once again, guys, let me know if the audio issue has been fixed. It should be good. VUZI here moving up a bit of a 1 minute pullback over 210. What was the other stock that was on watch today? The main gapper. What was it called? IO. So IO sold off. A bit disappointing. Bit disappointing there on IO. MGNX was the big one yesterday. We didn't trade it, but yesterday, you know, this amazing move from about $9 or $8 to 27, right? Monstrous. So there's momentum going right now. You know, Monday and Tuesday I was a bit worried that things might be slowing down, but that's definitely not the case, which is good. It's definitely welcoming news. So VUZI, there could be something there, but you know, we could watch it over 20. Let's see. VUZI over 20. Or is it going to be a stock that's chopping around, right? That's what we'll have to look out for on VUZI. Over 20, though, it does look decent, I will say. So I call this one out in the chat over 20 with a tight stop, right? I'm not sure if it'll really open up though. I'm going to use small sizing on it if it does come up. We also, I would so VUZI over 220. I want to see more volume as it comes up right here, right? Can we see more volume? I think that'll be good confirmation. First 1 minute to make the new highs at 11. So HAPP. Let's take a quick look over 3. Yeah, actually this looks good for a red to green. Yeah, this looks really good. So after VUZI, I'll definitely look into HAPP. Right, so 1200 shares, watching at 20 right here, VUZI. I don't want to see the bids pulling back once we're breaking 20. We want to see a good move to 30, 35, and so forth. So trying to dial in here on the level 2 to see if I'm going to see any signs of weakness. You know, so seeing 210, 208, 206, yeah. Not liking that as much. HAPP. And looking at those bids, we don't want to see gaps in the sense or jumps in the sense, right? We want to see 209, 208, 207, and not just, 206 then 204. That indicates a bit of a weaker bid. So HAPP looks good over 3, I think. Yeah, I think it looks good over 3, but we need some more volume. Look, good support in there at 86. I think it does look good over 3, but we will need some more volume as it comes up. PIXY as well. PIXY, what's it looking like? Oh man, PIXY 750 entry. Bit of a red to green. Volume is getting in there. PIXY. This is why I like having eyes. I feel like this is one of the best things about the chat room is that you'll have other individuals also calling out the stocks you're watching at, right? So we're going to reduce size to about 700 shares. Break of 8 does look good, but it's already doing that. Bit of a pullback down there to 74. So this one is going to have a bit of a spread. So we got to be spot on here. Should have already bought 288. Well, the bid is dropping back a lot, so. And small sizing because this is a stock that could blaze me if it decides to drop. It's fighting over 8 right here. So what I would want to see is a break of 8. Let's say we hit like 820, 825. If it comes back down to 8 and there's a lot of good support over 8, I wouldn't mind doing a bit of a dip buy. But I'm not sure if that opportunity would is going to come up. So 8 by 816, and the bid is back down. Good support coming in, 805. Will that give it a boost? 16 by 17. Struggling. I'm seeing a lot of struggling right here. It looks good though. It has good potential. It has really good potential. VUZI, let's take another look. So VUZI pulled back to 195. Disappointing there. TTPH. You know, TTPH over 63 could be interesting. I'm going to check that out in a sec. I don't think HAPP is going to get the volume. IO sold off. TTPH is looking interesting down there. I'm thinking I might be seeing a red to green. Over 263 with a very tight stop. TTPH. Well, break of 260 since there's a 14,000 share seller right there. If it can hold 45, I'll call out this entry right here. Still up 80%. All right. It's still up 80%. So, you know, although it pulled back so much, I think there might be a small opportunity in here. Let's see if it'll hold levels. That's the important thing that we needed to see as well. Not gonna hold levels. Nah, it doesn't look like we're gonna hold up here. Yeah. So that one is not holding level, so it doesn't look like the entry is gonna come. So on to the next one. TVTY. So it's 10:02. I mean, things are slowing down a bit. PXY is the only one right now looking up, but I think I'm a bit skeptical with it because of how the bid price is like dropping back. I saw a potential entry. I didn't take it. But, you know, if I had took the trade, it looked like I would have been in the green for a bit, but then it would have came back down on me. So I'm just not quite sure about it. TTPH, man. Like I mentioned, had I been there for that first trade, and I was liking the look of it, you know, probably would have sized up to like, you know, 2,400 shares had we had the time to consider all of that. So a couple seconds late to that show. So it's 10:03. I think it's slowing down, right? We're not seeing as much movement as we were seeing. So I think I'm gonna look to wrap it up here, man. PIXY does look interesting, don't get me wrong. But like I mentioned, I'm a bit uncertain when it comes to it, to the name. So because of that, I think it's just best for us to lock it in right here. Take what we have. Let's see. I think we're up another 400 or so, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, 396.30. Pretty solid stuff. You know, second or third day after officially getting the full buying power. The account is growing nicely so far. You know, seeing some decent momentum. So far, I think 3 green days, 1 red day. The red day was $63. And that day, we could have been green had we took that one opportunity that we opted not to trade. So far, it's going pretty good. You know, as long as we keep the discipline, do what we know, and not do anything out of the ordinary, I think we should be good. So I think I'm going to wrap it up there. If you enjoyed the video, the analysis, definitely make sure to hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button if you're new. The chat room, if you do want to join, will be the first link in the description below. Guys, it's been Relentless Trader, and I am signing out.